What up, world? It's your boy Jaystar back again with another video. We have the Sunday Night Football Showdown strategy show, lineup building. Let's get into it, man. You already know how I do this. I go over the defense, go over best matchups. That way y'all can build a total, your best lineups with the best matchup. Captains, flex players and things like that to put in. So we're going to get into this, even all the way down to the sleepers as well. You already know. So let's get to it, man. At captains, man, for these defenses, we have a 3-4 and a 4-3 defense. 4-3 defense by San Francisco 49ers, 3-4 for the Denver Broncos. We also have injury to report from this game here. Let me see. We have, so Price is going to be out as the backup running back. So I believe I saw the 49ers have two running backs. They think they picked up Marlon Mack. Let's see if he's on this list, though. If he is, I would have thought he would have been at the bottom here somewhere. I know Marlon Mack is on the practice squad. And it doesn't look like, I don't see a Mack in here. Oh, there he is. There you go. Okay, great. So for $2,700, man, I think he's cheaper than that. Let's see what he really is. 1,800. Okay. Yeah, so we got to look to see if he's going to be active roster. Okay. Yep. From their practice squad. Yep, I thought so. So I feel like he's going to probably be in play, man, in this game. Just because he's probably the best running back besides the Mason. This Mason right here. And let's see. Yeah, it hasn't really taken anything. Mason will take the number 2 spot. Yeah, but I just got a feeling that Marlon Mack is probably going to outplay him. But he's still in play, too, because if he is going to be the backup running back at 1,000, definitely. Those so far I feel like are some kind of, low sleeper options here so far for this game. Being that they are going against a 3-4 defense and things like that, I know they're going to use the backs. It just really depends on, out of all the times they get to the goal line in this game, what time, like which back they might use. And I got a feeling it might be Marlon Mack, sneaking in there because he's a bigger back, I feel like, than them going with their main back here and Jeff Wilson at the top. I feel like Jeff Wilson could get stopped on the goal line, being that he's a smaller back, and they might just want to punch it down the middle. And they'll probably bring in like Marlon Mack or even the Mason boy right here too as well. So definitely, we'll keep the eye on them too, putting them in the lineups. But when it comes to captains here, though, we got Debo. Definitely is in play. Definitely is in play. I believe Kittle. Yep, full time. He's go. Yep, good, great. Clear to go, man. Kittle's definitely in play at captain, y'all. I don't want to say Garoppolo. I would think, definitely the way they run, man, over here in Denver. I mean, over here in San Francisco, my bad. In San Francisco, you always got to think of their running backs being in play. But, man, feels like, man, like I say, I don't know if it's going to be Jeff Wilson, man. I don't know. Just because Marlon Mack could sneak in there, man. And who knows, could get 2 touchdowns somehow, man. So, but the running backs definitely could be in play. It's just that, like, I would be kind of scared to toss one in the captain spot just because I don't know who could end up taking that goal line rush, from one another basically in this game. And they love to run, so I could just see them using both of their backs, period. Ayuk, man, Ayuk, I think his targets have been so low. Well, it kind of went up at least the last game. Let me see. I think, let me see. Denver side, we got Patrick Surtain is got a shoulder injury. So we got to keep an eye out on that because if he isn't a go, then definitely I would have to say Ayuk would be in play. Also, the backup cornerback for Darby will be out. So if they end up speeding up the offense, and going too fast, I mean, I know that's going to tire out some of those cornerbacks too as well. And with Darby not having his backup being there to sub him out, could get tired, could open up a deep shot for Ayuk, down the field. I saw them actually use the rookie Gray too as well in the last game. Let me see. Where is he at? I probably passed him already. Let me go back up. Because Jawan Jennings, I thought he was going to be the main one in there as wide receiver 3. But it looks like, seems like to me they've been putting in the rookie Gray. Is he up at the top? No, he's not up at the top. Maybe he is way down there at the bottom then. Because if he's way down here at the bottom, like, wow. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, yeah, wow, he is. Okay. I saw them definitely take a shot to him. Yeah, 2 targets. Okay. in the last game. So, and it was a deep shot, I believe. One was in the end zone, I could have swore. So, he's definitely in play then for $200 here. If it gets too tough for Garoppolo to score, they might enter him in for another shot like that. But by far, at least the captains wise, I would say is these three I would focus on here. Of course, if you're going to take any of these three at captain, you got to toss in Garoppolo in the flex. Garoppolo will definitely be a flex play here. Let's see, who else would I say is a good flex play in here? Definitely, of course, if you're not picking one of these at captain, these are all good flex plays as well. But let me just toss in all the people I feel like could be flex plays here. Like I said, Wilson's definitely in play, but we're just going to look at like receiving options here for flex plays first. And I would have to say Jawan Jennings. I mean, if his targets go up, he's definitely in play for a flex play. The 49ers defense, I mean, what's his name is struggling to get red zone work. I want to say Russell Wilson. They're struggling in the red zone. I mean, if you don't score, and you're only getting field goals, then 49ers definitely going to be in play at defense too as well. Then that also would mean their kicker here, McManus, is going to be in play. Brandon's going to be definitely in play because if they keep not being able to score with touchdowns, then, I mean, come on now. They can get to the goal line 4 times, and it's easily, there you go, like 12 points. To, shoot, could be even more than that. If he kicks a 50-yard long, that's going to be 5 points instantly. So if they can't get, these goal line opportunities up and start scoring, then they're going to be in trouble. And I believe the problem is that on that side of the field here, well, let me just finish up all the players I would say. Because, I also told you, I believe Marlon Mack is definitely in play. For this cheap, man, for a flex play, yes, he's definitely in play. I know they kind of throw in McLeod too as well. Like I say, the way they throw in Gray. So could be McLeod too as well. I would toss in there. But as the lowest sleeper so far to me, it would be Gray. So all the way down here at 200, definitely Gray is the sleeper. If not, Marlon Mack. And if not, maybe if Marlon Mack hasn't picked up enough of the offense, but I know a goal line rush is not really hard to pick up. You're just going to run straight. So I definitely can see him still in a touchdown like that. But if not, since Price is out, you can actually go with the back that's been there and Mason too. So definitely those would be flex plays all across here, I would say on this side of the field. But let's switch to the other side. And so at captain here, Russell's always in play just because of his rushing ability. So definitely, Russell will definitely be in play here to put at captain. But it should be Sutton. It should be Sutton if they can just establish the run here. If they can establish any run game here, which also that would mean then Javonte Williams. Let me see. Melvin Gordon, is he out? Okay, his touches went a little bit down. Okay, great. Because man, when the first game it was kind of more even. But I think still it was kind of close. 10 and 15? Yeah, it's still kind of even. So it kind of makes them both be in play because they need to establish the run. It's all about who's going to get the goal line rush attempt when they get down there. And so it could be either back, man. Whoever ends up running better against this team, man, against the 49ers, could definitely be captain here. So at running back. So like I said, both running backs is in play then because you don't really know. They kind of going even with them. Sutton is definitely in play. Wilson's definitely in play. If Judy is able to go, definitely in play, if he can get back to the higher targets here. But it's all about this shoulder ribs injury right here because I almost feel like he's going to be doubtful is what I really feel like, but he's questionable for now at least. So, but he's definitely big in play to be captain if he's able to go to as well. So you definitely got to toss in Judy there. So these will be all the captain options, but my favorites here I would lean just because 49ers are such a hard run team. It's hard to run on them. I would take these two out and go with Judy and Sutton and Russell here for this side. I mean, they got to get into this red zone, man. They're going to have to be able to score, yo. I know it's going to be hard because 49ers defense is going to be hard, which makes me even feel more that Russell might end up rushing the ball just to make sure they get in there. So that's why I say he's definitely in play to be captain. And then all the plays I would think on this side as a flex option, definitely both running backs, like I say, is in play. But when we looking at just the pass catching options here, we know we got Albert O, but also I think the other tight end actually got in the red zone last week, right? 2 targets he got in the red zone. You never know. He could have got 2 more targets and then actually having 15 points there. So definitely got to put him in play. But also, such as who is back? Heard that what is his name? Not Kendall Hinton. Because Hamler, yeah, Hamler's supposed to be back. He said he feels good, expects to play. So with Hamler being back, I mean they've been needing him. I feel like to take the slot position. So I feel like he's definitely gonna get some targets in this game. I feel like, but especially if Jerry Jeudy is out. If Jerry Jeudy is out, Hamler's gonna be big in play, man. And then also then we gotta go back to Hinton will be back in play for 1,200. So definitely if you're thinking about a Russell captain stack, you can toss in any of these players right here. If I had to take out, some though, it would probably be something like taking out definitely the backup tight end there, keeping Albert O, Sutton, and all the other receiving weapons here. What I would run in there. Sleepers wise, like I said, it'd probably be that 1,200 play there with Hinton if somehow Jeudy is out, but also feels like I have not seen. Yeah, I noticed that he does kick returns, but he had one target he didn't catch. I believe he had a rushing attempt. Okay, yeah, he had a rushing attempt. They might use him again as a rushing. So could be a good little sleeper here to throw in there because they're gonna have to establish the run somehow, even if it is gonna be a receiver to do it. And could this 19 yards could go for a touchdown next time. So key in on that too as well. I don't think there's really anybody else I would key in below 1,000 for Denver's sake, other than Washington. Wait, but Boone, let me see something. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't key in on anybody other than Washington there. Other than that, like I said, Hinton, you already know Kyle Juszczyk is always in play, man, because they throw him the ball, they give him goal line rush attempts and stuff like that. He usually gets a touchdown. He's always in play, especially for showdowns, man. Especially for showdowns, man. He always does that mess where he gets a goal line rush, might end up catching a big little play, man, and ends up with 10 points fantasy and ends up in the lineup, man, on those showdowns every time the 49ers play. But yeah, I think, man, also though for this side, I don't really like Denver's defense, but I know Garoppolo, if he ends up passing too much, man, he can make a mistake. You can force him to pass a lot, man, he can end up making mistakes. So Broncos defense could be in play, but with their their cornerbacks kind of being banged up, might not bode well for them. Man, yeah, probably not that, but I definitely believe Brandon is in play at kicker, man. At kicker for sure, because if Russell's going to keep having a hard time getting into the red zone, throwing touchdowns, and I wanted to say too about them, it's seeming like it's because that Russell brought over to Seattle's offense. And I don't know why he would do that. Like, I really don't know why he would do that. I feel like that's what's making him struggle. Like, I know he wanted to do that just because, it makes him be familiar with the offense and things like that. It was easy for him to just transition. But they took one of my coaches from my Packers to become the head coach over there. And I just feel like it would have been better for him if he would have just had, let that coach run his style of offense, from the Packers and stuff. It'd be better for him in the red zone. I know that for sure. But if they're going to continue to run the Seattle offense, man, I don't know if y'all know, but the last few years that Russell was there, it was stale. It was a stale offense, man. It wasn't like he was scoring a lot. I never really picked Russell last, 2 seasons, I feel like. He doesn't, fantasy-wise, he doesn't really get you there most of the time. He's still a good quarterback. It's just that he doesn't, it really depends on the game, man, how the flow of the game is going. If somehow the 49ers get up big in this game, then Russell will have a huge game, basically. That's how I got to say it. Because if it ends up being a struggle, though, and this is a tough game, Russell's going to just be struggling and have a tough game. And that would make me just think that I need Brandon at kicker. And I would think also just because of the targets I feel like that Sutton would have. And I believe the cornerbacks aren't really that great on the 49ers. They need to be tested a little bit more. And if he's going to get 11 targets, then definitely Sutton would be in play huge. But them two right there would be my biggest things. If somehow, since they do have 2 different backs, they can establish the run with one of those backs, definitely one of those would be in play too. But on the other side, I just feel like it's better for the other side, man. It's just their weapons on the other side where Garoppolo has to attack this defense. It goes more. It just seems like he has the better opportunity to have a better fantasy day than even Russell Wilson, even in Denver. It just really feels that way. Like being able to attack the defense with Debo in the slot, also being able to run the ball with Debo, with Kittle being back, you got to know that the run game is going to even work better now because all he really does is block. But since it's his first game back, I do expect them to use him. You know, targeting him, he should have about 8 targets in this game. Like, I don't know what Dwelly had last game, but I know also he did get in the end zone. Let me see, where was Dwelly at? Right here. And usually I know something about the 49ers. They usually always, for some reason, like they go, we all know they run, but they kind of attack throwing to their tight ends usually early. They usually go right away, especially when Garoppolo's quarterback. They kind of go right away to kind of throwing, targets to the tight end, trying to get it out the way, it feels like. And if they can get down the field with Kittle early, and Kittle's gonna be big in play, man. He's gonna be huge in play, and it could, like I said, could end up being captain in this game easily. Even though we know he blocks a lot, which I said that's gonna bode well for Samuel as well as Wilson. Jeff Wilson here, or like I say, also I feel like big in play to me would be Marlon Mack as a sleeper play, because maybe some people won't be on him and stuff like that because they don't know. But I mean, people I'm sure recognize his name and stuff like that. So I'm sure they'll pick him, but maybe some people like the Jordan Mason boy as well. But definitely their run game is going to be a lot stronger in this game. It's going to be kind of really hard to stop it. I definitely see going against a 3-4 defense, you need your tight ends, you need your receivers to be able to block. And this is a big play getting Kittle back here, man. So the run game is big in play. Also him coming off of a block, getting open. Man, I mean, like I said, it just bodes well. Like if I had to put a storyline to this, it just feels like San Francisco wins this game. Tough game, but it just like they just got the weapons, man, to expose the defense better. So I would see this side with a run back here from Denver, being like a 4v2 stack. I feel like wins this turn, wins this slate, man. So if you building a lineup, that's how I feel like I would go with that. Debo, Kittle, like I say, run, being able to get the biggest fantasy points for captain, and then putting some of them in your lineups, of course. And like I told you, the other flex people and then the other side, like I say, with the Denver flex. But definitely you got to, just because they're at home, Denver is at home, we do expect them to come out and play hard. And like I say, if somehow Russell is getting down, and he's getting beat down real bad, he's going to fire back. Like, we all know that. He will come back strong. So, and he will throw that rock like crazy, So if Judy is in play, and if Judy plays, that's going to help him a lot. It's going to help him a lot to be able to keep up with the 49ers, even with their strong defense and everything. But like I say, that's how I would kind of see this game kind of going. I can see the 49ers pulling this out. Garoppolo having everybody going to be happy that Garoppolo was able to be there to, come in for Lance and stuff like that. Because, I mean, he just got a good matchup here, man. A really good matchup. But it's your boy Jaystar. Hope y'all enjoyed the Sunday night, football showdown, man. Strategy video here, man. Thank you for all the likes, comments, subscribers. Hope y'all win big on this, man. This Sunday night showdown, man. And it's your boy Jaystar, and I'm out. Peace.